Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Highbridge Film Festival 2025. I'm Ella Kays, and I will be your webcast host for the night. Tonight is a big night here at Asbury University, a celebration of creativity, storytelling, and the incredible talent of our student filmmakers. For over 2 decades, Highbridge has been a platform for talented filmmakers to share their voices, push creative boundaries, and bring powerful stories to life on screen. Each film you'll see tonight reflects hours of dedication, collaboration, and passion. From script to screen, these students have crafted work that not only entertains, but inspires, challenges, and connects us. Throughout the evening, we'll also take you behind the scenes to meet the creators, explore their inspirations, and hear what it means to be part of this festival. This is Highbridge 2025, and the theme for this year is Red Carpet. This year, we're celebrating the glamour and excitement that comes with premiering stories to the world. The red carpet isn't just about lights in Hollywood, it's about honoring the passion, hard work, and courage. So grab some popcorn, settle in, and get ready to be inspired.
21 years ago, we had a class called Visual Storytelling, and the focus was on story, not equipment. So we used inexpensive cameras, like $300 cameras, boom, with a mic on it, and that's it. We didn't want them to think about equipment. We wanted them to, how can you tell a story visually? There were 16 students in the class. They created 8-minute projects, and they then came to faculty and said, can we show these to friends and family? And we said, sure. Then they came back and said, can we call this a film festival? And I'm thinking 8-minute videos, 8 of them, will anyone come? But then they said, well, parents and friends. So we said, sure. And they said, we figure we'll have about 100, 150. 700 people signed up. And we realized we'd struck a nerve.
As the film festival grew, it was deemed somewhere in the 2008 or 9 era to move it to Hughes Auditorium, and that is the site where we host it even today.
Yeah, the Highbridge Film Festival definitely helps us, chase a final product that's of quality, because everybody wants to get in, and there's only a limited number of spots. So that healthy competition breeds, better movies, better art.
I think people should come to this and make time, because it showcases the amazing talent of our students. It showcases their creativity, their hard work, their collaboration with one another, the coordination that takes place, the faculty and staff investment in those students. So in many ways, it really is the best of what we seek to do here at a university, but also just encourages me for their future and the stories they're going to tell in the future, whether they are writing or producing or directing or whatever involvement they have. I'm just amazed, and it allows anyone who comes to see, we have really, really impressive students, and the future is bright.
You might be wondering where we are right now. Well, we're coming to you live from the Miller Communication Building. But one of our own reporters, Becca Yount, is on location just outside Hughes Auditorium where the live audience is gathering. Let's check in with Becca and see what's happening over there. Becca?
Good evening, everyone. I'm here in Hughes Auditorium, where right now students, staff, and the audience are all trickling in to find their seats. It's pretty busy in here. Everyone is awaiting the show that is beginning at 7. And tonight with me here, I also have Presley Gibbs, a freshman here at Asbury this semester. Presley, have you ever been to Highbridge before?
No, I have never gotten to,
Yeah, so very exciting first time. What are some things, some expectations, some anticipations here even?
Yeah, so I got to work on the intro video for Highbridge, and so I got to work with Sam Sandrock, who has a film in tonight, and he got to tell me some things, and other upperclassmen. My sister actually hosted a couple years ago, and so she's told me a bunch of things. I'm just so excited for the vibes, the energy, just the music is amazing, so I'm having so much fun already.
That's fantastic. Are you looking forward to the after party after this? You planning on going to that?
Yes, absolutely. It sounds so much fun. I'm so excited for, again, just the energy of it all after just seeing all the movies.
Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful night. Ella, that's all we have for you. Back to you.
Thank you, Becca. Have you ever wondered who's behind the Highbridge Film Festival? It's all thanks to the Special Events class. Every spring semester, the Media Communication Department offers a course called Special Events. Under the guidance of Dr. Wald and in collaboration with our technical engineering team, this class plans, produces, and executes every element of the festival from the red carpet to the final credits. Let's take a closer look at the team that brings Highbridge to life. The Special Events class is divided into 6 teams: video, webcast, design, PR, Hughes, and Afterparty. Each team plays a crucial role in the planning process. For the students in this class, all eyes are on Highbridge Film Festival.
I think the difference with the special events class and planning Highbridge is just how small the teams are. So you're working really closely with people.
This isn't your typical classroom experience. These students are running the show, managing every aspect of the festival, from filming and broadcasting to designing promotional materials.
The special events class is not an easy class. You're not going to take it just because you need few more credits. You're going to take it because you want the experience of a real-world production. And also because you want to work hard.
Each week we fill out a time sheet to tell the professor how many hours we put into it. But those hours go by fast, especially if you plan appropriately and you're eager about getting stuff done.
The festival is entirely student-led, which means every detail from the look of the event to its online presence is shaped by the hard work of the students involved.
The students are definitely pretty much in control. Of course, Dr. Wald helps us with some stuff, but this is very throwing a real event.
For these students, it's an opportunity to see what it takes to pull off a major event, all while gaining invaluable hands-on experience in the process.
I think especially being assigned the Hughes team role is really preparing me for the future, as it will help me to take on responsibilities that requires that attentiveness and quickness to do things in the moment.
We're all working a lot of hours in class, a lot of hours outside of class, just to make sure Highbridge is ready for the day of. And then of course the few days before Highbridge, it's all hands on deck all day, every day. Hour, just trying to figure out and get it all ready.
While each team has its own specific focus, the students are all working together toward the same goal, bringing the festival to life.
It's all about bringing people together, and it's all about dogs.
Dog Day in the drive-thru is a day where we give back to our furry friends.
We hand toys out to dogs and their owners in the drive-thru.
My dogs love this event. Tails start wagging, the heads are out the window.
We also partner with local animal shelters to help dogs find their forever home.
Chick-fil-A knows the heart of the community. You meet new friends, you meet new dogs.
We just love seeing their faces in the drive-thru.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Now, if you've ever attended Highbridge in person, you know that Hughes Auditorium is where it all comes to life, and the hosts in Hughes play a key role in creating that experience. Let's take a moment to shine the spotlight on our incredible Hughes hosts, Lane and Lucas, and hear from Lily and Riley, last year's hosts, as they share their perspective on what makes this role so special. Let's check it out.
Every year, one of the biggest tasks for the special events class is to find the perfect hosts. Hosts that will entertain and engage the audience in Hughes Auditorium. For this year, Lucas Hammond and Lane Mills will be the hosts for Highbridge Film Festival 2025, and their journey began in casting.
I remember I walked into the house and he was watching some kind of, what was it, the Sony game announcement.
I was watching the PlayStation
it was something goofy.
No.
But I sat down on the couch and I was like, they're having Highbridge host auditions right now across the street, and he was like, that's cool, I hope they have fun. He's in pajamas, and I can't remember what it was, but at one point he sits the remote down, he's like, all right, let's go. And so we walked across and we just went in and tried to have fun with it.
During the semester, the hosts are hard at work writing the script, making promotional videos, and preparing for the event. The only people who can relate to Lane and Lucas are the previous hosts.
I wrote the script for Highbridge 2024.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
And
I helped him organize it a bit.
Yes. I really did need that organizer.
Probably best that we had a script written out.
Yes.
A lot of rehearsing, too.
Actually, a lot of rehearsing.
And a lot of meetings.
I thought you guys were handling this. And then they're like, hey, what's up? What do you want? And I'm like, I would like XLR.
Costume.
I would like a Batman costume.
I remember Highbridge Night Festival was over, people were posting pictures of Lily as Batman. That's the kind of stuff you want, you need something that memorable. So I guess just a thanks, you guys killed it.
Lane, Lucas, we wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
It's a fun job,
Mm-hmm.
and we know you guys can do it because you guys are funny, but just enjoy the night, okay?
Make us proud. You guys have great team chemistry. You guys are going to do great out there. So go out, just ball.
You got a legacy on your shoulders now,
Legacy.
so don't screw it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't screw it up.
But also enjoy the night.
But also enjoy the night, yeah.
But also, like,
Don't screw it up.
we brought it up.
Yeah, we brought it up.
You better not bring it down.
Yeah.
No promises, but no, it's cool, and you guys did wonderful. Thank you.
My bad, man.
This is your line.
I'm not doing it your way.
Okay. She may have worked at Disney Animation, but that does not make her a kid. She leads a team of creatives and artists. Dude, I know. This is why you have to run the lines.
The night doesn't end when the awards are handed out and the final lines are spoken. Because right here in the Miller Communication Building, preparations are underway for one of the most anticipated moments of the night, the Highbridge Afterparty. Let's go for a live look behind the scenes at the last-minute details before the celebration begins. Our reporter Riley Friend will tell us more.
Thank you, Ella. And hello to everyone at home. Here in Miller, preparations are already underway for the Highbridge Afterparty. We have Amelia here, who is part of the Highbridge Film Festival Afterparty team. So, Amelia, how are preparations going?
They're going really good, Riley. We've got a whole bunch of stuff planned, and we're pretty much almost done with preparation. So just a couple more final touches to put in place, and then we're ready to party.
Awesome. And so what is your favorite part of the Afterparty to set up and to show to the world?
Yeah, so I really, really love being able to work with a color scheme, and we've got a really, really good one this year with the red and the yellow, and we've loved to be able to bring that to lots of different areas of the after party, the red on the backsplash and lots of different areas on our different venues. So we love to be able to bring that to all these different areas of the party.
That is wonderful, Amelia, and thank you for talking with us. And that's back to you, Ella. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Riley. Ever wonder what it takes for a film to make it into Highbridge? The selection process isn't easy. Each year, a panel of judges and media professors carefully review every submission, looking for excellence in storytelling, technical skill, and emotional impact. In this next video, we hear directly from faculty members about what they look for, what stands out, and what makes a film deserving of a spot in the festival. Take a look.
Storytelling, technical execution, originality, and emotional impact. These are more than just boxes to check. They're what make a film linger in the minds of its viewers.
You know, I think it's about the story. We have a lot of talented students in all facets of filmmaking, and at the end of the day, it often comes down to what's got the most compelling story to tell in the limited amount of space we have for the official selection. So we can have excellence across the board, and then it's just a matter of comparing stories.
If it has a great story and all of these things are being used together, all these tools of cinema are being used together, then it's noticeable. Bad audio always stands out. Great audio always makes you melt into the movie. I think the first and foremost is there a complete story? Do all the tools that are being employed, whether it's cinematography or lighting or acting and performances, or the script itself, are those things working intentionally together to create a story that is going to leave us satisfied as an audience with that genre?
A complete story, cinematography, and lighting are essential, but sometimes it's the details that make a film truly unforgettable.
I think having all the little extra details really done well makes the movie stand out. If they're all have good stories and good acting, then the ones that have really great cinematography and great sound and great music and great production design, when the whole package is all put together great, then it's going to stand out.
Great sound can draw us in, striking visuals can captivate, but when every piece works in harmony to serve the story, that's when a film leaves a lasting mark.
That was sick.
Every great film festival needs great judges, and Highbridge is no exception. Each year, a panel of industry professionals, educators, and alumni come together to evaluate the finalist films. They bring years of experience and a passion for storytelling. Let's take a closer look at the judges of Highbridge 2025.
Hi, my name is David Barrera.
Hello, I'm Maria Canals Barrera.
I'm Barry Cook.
Probably you know me from Wizards of Waverly Place, or Camp Rock, or Keenan, or American Family, or lots of other fun shows, Hawk Girl from the Justice League. And I'm happy to be here at Asbury University, and I am a judge this year for the Highbridge Film Festival. Well, if I were to give words of encouragement to young people, especially students here at Asbury University, it would be to really take full advantage of what a great institution this is. I've met several professors and several students, and the vibe here is truly special. Trust who you are, trust who God made you to be, your individuality, your values, what matters most.
I'm Barry Cook, and currently I'm just not doing anything. No. I'm Barry Cook, and I'm retired from the motion picture industry, but no, I'm writing. My first professional job was at Hanna-Barbera Studios in Hollywood, and it was sort of an internship program is how I got into it. They were looking for people who could draw and paint, artists, and they would train you to do the actual work they needed to do the cartoons. And I got accepted into that program and got hired out of that program about 3 months afterwards.
Well, I've been in the business for about 30 years, and there's been, I've gotten to work on over 100 television shows. I guess a piece of advice that I would give is that don't be afraid to network. One of the things that I always hated networking. Really think to yourself, how can I be of service to this person to make their project? How can I help this other person? How can I help you make your project?
I look forward to seeing everyone at the Highbridge Film Festival Saturday night.
We're only a few short minutes away from the show beginning. Our live reporter Becca Yount is in Hughes Auditorium ready to catch the excitement before the action kicks off. Becca?
Thanks, Ella. I'm here inside of Hughes Auditorium with the Highbridge judges. One of them, Maria Barrero, is here with me right now. Maria, you're here with your husband, have been on campus for a few days. What's it like being a judge for Highbridge this year?
Oh, it's an honor to be here, honestly. It's just a beautiful campus. When they asked me to be a celebrity judge along with my husband, who's also an actor, I was thrilled. The students that I've met are so talented, so smart, and the films are so good. It was really hard to judge these amazing films, but we did it. We did it in several categories. So I love the vibe here. There's a lot of love, a lot of support, the faculty. I'm not kidding. It's really a very special place.
Fantastic. Well, thank you. Really appreciate that. And you've had some talkbacks and conversations with students.
Yeah.
Tell us real fast what those have been like.
Oh, they've been great because it's nice to hear from people that are doing what you want to do, as being actors and being in the industry, and also being people of faith. And this is such a beautiful, strong Christian university. It's great to talk about how, you can have a career and everybody believes in something. And it's just, it's wonderful to meet these students face to face and to see the future of the entertainment industry with these young filmmakers. I'm very excited about it because they really have great heads on their shoulders.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time and for being here this evening. Great talking to you.
Thank you.
For the rest of the night, we'll follow kicking off the show here in a couple of minutes. The hosts will welcome everyone, followed by the first 5 films. Intermission will soon take place thereafter. Stay tuned for our intermission show. And then the films, 3 of them will be shown right after the intermission. The audience here in Hughes is going to go up to the Miller Communications Building for the Afterparty. But I hope you at home will stay tuned for our post-show watch. Thanks so much. Ella, back to you.
The time has finally come to turn it over to Hughes Auditorium. We'll see you again during the intermission. Enjoy the films.
The more intuitive the camera system, the more you can just flow.
Never break your flow. EOS R system.
Is everything okay out here?
It's just peachy. You see what I did there? Yeah.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
This isn't just another event. This is your moment. You don't need a miracle. You need a team that makes it happen. This isn't our job. This is our craft. We're not blue collar or white collar. We're black collar. The ones behind the scenes, making your event a success. Precision, expertise, control. We don't guess. We don't hope. Your show will work because we make sure of it. From corporate events to concerts, festivals to private productions. We bring the gear, the talent, and the dedication to make it unforgettable. Because when your event is on the line, trust isn't optional, it's everything. Flawless execution and unforgettable experiences. We are Studio 46.
Good evening. Woo. Welcome to Highbridge Film Festival. Hey, let's give a big round of applause to Glenn Flanagan and the Asbury Jazz Band. As we get underway tonight, I want to thank Dave Groves and Wes Kawaja and the Communication Arts production team, as well as ITS for their support and effort toward this event, as well as our key sponsors, the Jaffe family and Studio 46. You know, with all the rain and flooding of the past several days, I'm blessed to have a lovely day today. We're all blessed by that. And to be inside in Hughes Auditorium as well, to celebrate the creative work of our students. I just want to extend support to our festival's namesake before we get started, the Highbridge community, greatly impacted by the recent flooding. Asbury's participating with Wilmore's collection of donations for flood relief efforts and cleanup, and you can bring donations of those items to the Wilmore Municipal Center Monday through Friday. Just wanted to say that. We call this a film festival, but a film is more than just one thing. In fact, director Akira Kurosawa once described it this way: filmmaking combines everything. And I agree. When a film works, the various art forms and creative elements can combine to become something greater than the sum of the parts. And we can't wait to share our 2025 films on the Highbridge Film Festival screen tonight. So to open our time this evening with prayer, I'd like to welcome film fan and avid film participant, President Kevin Brown, to the podium.
Please join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for the privilege of gathering tonight. Lord, I thank you for this space, for the men and women in this room, for this community. This is a gift. Lord, I thank you so much for these students. I thank you for their creativity. I thank you for their potential. I thank you, Lord, for what you are doing in their life. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to watch them tonight and let their light so shine. And Father, I pray that it would glorify you. I thank you for the staff and the faculty at this institution in media communications and beyond to invest in the lives of these amazing students. We recognize, Lord, collectively that it is a privilege. And Lord, we thank you for story. We thank you for your story. So I pray that this evening would be an honor and a glory unto you. And Father, we enter this space in great thanks. We pray these things in the powerful name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Good. Thank you. Good evening. This year's panel of judges brings an incredible amount of experience to our campus. Not only do the judges evaluate the student films, but we've kept them pretty busy. They did workshops all day yesterday. They have been in meetings with some of our filmmakers, and we appreciate your investment in our students' education. Thank you. So let me introduce them. David Barrera is an award-winning veteran film and television actor with over 100 film and television credits, including Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix, Castle, Big Bang Theory, CSI Miami. I'm just going to keep going, okay, because there are 100 of them. The Closer, NCIS, Criminal Minds, The Mentalist, West Wing, and 24, so I'll end there. He's also been in a number of films like Evan Almighty, The United States of Leland, and No Way Back. David, would you stand? Maria Canales Barrera, excuse me. Yes, they are married if you're curious. Has acted on both screen and stage. She's best known for her starring role in Disney's The Wizards of Waverly Place and many other Disney originals. She starred in NBC's Cristela, The Tony Danza Show on NBC, The Morning Show on Apple TV, Kenan on NBC, and lots more. She also voices Hawk Girl on the Justice League. So, Maria, would you stand for us? Our last judge is Barry Cook, and this is Barry's second time to be a judge here at the Highbridge Film Festival. He is a director and visual effects artist, best known for his work with Disney, Mulan, Tron, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. He co-directed Arthur Christmas, directed Walking with Dinosaurs from 20th Century Fox and BBC Earth. He's also been a screenwriter and story director with the Jesus Film Project for their animated short projects My Last Day, Legion, and Chosen Witness. He also, and he's a grandfather here, he also recently published his first children's book, The Gumdrop Ghost. Barry? Again, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to spending more time with you.
Watch where you're going.
Pictures up. What are your speeds? And we're rolling.
Scene 16, Quebec, take 21 marker.
All right, everyone, and action.
Come on.
The real.
It's real. Get it? No, I'm just kidding. Wait, hold
This
on.
is awesome.
You walk too fast and they put things on the opposite side of the stage, and I just
don't touch it. Come on. Center stage.
Whoa.
No, turn around.
Hey,
look.
welcome to Highbridge, everybody. How's it going? Can we get a little?
We get a little.
Okay. I can't see any of you, but I think you look great. You look great.
We're incredibly excited to present to you the 21st Annual Highbridge Film Festival, and we're glad you're all here. There's no better way to gather or to celebrate than to gather together and watch the films these students have worked so hard to put together over the last year.
Yeah, that's right. From writers and directors to groups and PAs, it takes an army to put an event like this together, and we think you're going to find something to enjoy from all these films. So, without further ado,
got a little surprise for you. Lucas, you want to get the list?
The list?
The list with a secret, special, super-duper surprise.
The one that you told me under no circumstance
to lose, or
Lucas, do not lose the list because it'll ruin the entire. So I have good news and bad news.
Okay, start with the good news.
I actually don't have any good news.
All right, cool.
I lost the list.
You lost the. Okay. How'd you do that?
Well, technically, I didn't lose the list. It was taken from me.
Taken from you, like stolen?
Look, this is embarrassing. My girlfriend's right over there.
Who would have done that?
He's a bad man.
Professor Wood? Is that him?
That's him.
Get behind me.
Puff out your chest, like
a bear?
You're supposed to make yourself big.
He just jumped.
Hi.
Hey. Remember me from Math Comm? Okay.
Take it, get it.
I'm trying, man. Puffing out my. Just give me the list, man.
Do I need to make you take single cam again?
I've already taken it twice.
We can't do that, man.
Maybe you'll learn something next time.
Okay. We won't mess up.
Be a man, take it.
You promise?
I promise. Scout's honor. Here.
That's blue on.
Just open it up. Goodness gracious.
It's just the judges' names.
We already did that. Well, we'll do it.
My grandparents are here, and they might...
Hard of hearing.
They might need to hear it
Okay,
again.
we'll do it again.
Okay.
We'll do it again.
First up, you guys don't have to stand. I know... Never mind. Mr. Barry Cook. Barry Cook is an animator and director with movies like Mulan, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, and so much more. He also plays the mandolin, which I learned yesterday.
Okay, cool.
Do you want this, or...?
No, I have my lines memorized like a professional. Next up is Miss Maria Canals Barrera. Miss Barrera is an actress, best known for her role, as has already been said, as Teresa Russo in The Wizards of Waverly Place.
Wizards?
No, she was in God's Not Dead 2 as well.
Oh, okay. That's true. That's okay. Dude. That reminds me, though, you should show her that magic trick.
No. Maria, there is no magic trick.
He's a liar.
I don't know magic. He does this to me all the time in public, and it's really embarrassing, and I can feel my face getting red, so I'm going to move on now. Mr. David Barrera. He's an actor, award-winning in film and television. I'm reading it now.
I thought you didn't have to read it, Mr. Slick. They've already said it already.
Keep it away from me. NCIS, CIS, The Big Bang Theory, Castle. He's done it all.
Okay. Well, that about does it then.
That about does it.
We are very thankful to have so many special guests with us, and that includes all of you guys. So without further ado...
Sit back, relax, secure your belongings and prevention of theft, and get ready to enjoy the next 8 hours.
8 hours?
You not been to one of these?
My grandma's here, dude. What if she has to pee?
She can take a nap. She can take a nap.
It is 40 degrees, it's sleeting. It is a miserable day to have a motorcycle ride. It's so miserable, I show up in my pickup truck because I'm gonna donate to the ride. And here comes this group of guys rolling in with their wives on the brakes, freezing their butts off. That rode an hour to get there to support this ride. Punishers.
we raised money for domestic violence for women and children. And that was my first ride, and that was our first benefit, and then I got patched in shortly after that. A member from the Legends chapter, before anybody came up to me, and he grabbed me and he gave me a big hug and he said, "Welcome to the club, brother."
So after the ride, we end up back at the place where we were supposed to have dinner. And I'm talking to the president and the vice president at the time. I'm like, okay, I got to know. It's like, what brought you guys here? And I'm like, why would we not be here? This is what we do. You know, I've been looking for the brotherhood that believes the way I believe, and this is what I want.
We're a brotherhood. I've got brothers all over the world, and even ones I haven't met, we have that same level of commitment, that same desire, that same familiarity. It's just who we are, what we are.
We ride and we bonded together and have a shared brotherhood and camaraderie. It's really a release for the tensions of everyone's job and profession. You have a blended population of law enforcement, people at all levels of the fire service, EMS, many military, across multiple countries, continents, languages, cultures, because of the breadth of where we operate worldwide.
During my entire military career, I rode in Harleys. You know, I got asked by a bunch of different type of motorcycle organizations, you know, hey, why don't you come ride with us? And my mentality was, hey, this is my therapy session. What drew me to the Punisher specifically was, you know, I was retired. I was away from the normal day-to-day grind of being a Marine. An acquaintance of mine who is actually the president of my chapter, somebody I've known for a very long time, was like, hey, why don't you come check us out? You know, I felt comfortable to say, you know, these pretty cool dudes, very like-minded, you know, they're more worried about helping everybody else than themselves. And I was like, you know what, I can be part of that.
Alexandria Reynolds says her daughter, 7-year-old Adriana, is having a hard time in school. And it's her daughter's love for motorcycles that inspired Alexandria to enlist the help of the Punishers. Today, the group made up of service members and first responders banded together to help this little girl.
How's that feel? Is it too tight?
By surprising her.
Ready? I'm gonna pick you up. 1, 2, 3. Woo.
With a ride to school on a motorcycle.
Biking is an escape. As we would say, your knees in the breeze. It's wind therapy. It's to go out. Fortunately, it's a time you have to dissociate from, you know, your job and go to a happy place, if you so to speak. And that's being on the bike, knowing that the relaxation, it's just you and the road.
It can be intimidating and intense, and that's a good perception of some people that don't have experience. But the ability to sit on top of an engine, enjoy the wind, life outside of a car is an experience that it's not for everybody, but it's definitely for me.
And I just go and I ride. Again, it gives me time to just kind of self-reflect.
A lot of the guys suffer from PTSD, and I feel that biking, riding has helped tremendously for me when it comes to that. And then I get on my bike and I just go. I'm able to process it a lot better because we see a lot of stuff that I would not wish on anyone. So, sorry. But yeah, and just rethinking that, I've been in the fire service for almost 30 years, and I've had some really bad stuff. So, but yeah, it gives me escape. It gives me escape.
We've always been told as a male society to suck it up. It's going to be better. You can do this. But a lot of times, the things you see, you can't sleep. It's just a different mindset, and it is hard. It really is. But the bike is my saving grace.
You know, 22 a day. Basically, the average amount of veterans that commit suicide is 22 a day. Call somebody, get a hold of somebody. I've lost a lot of friends to suicide. We see the worst in humanity, and that sticks with people.
Having these guys close, that is just invaluable. It's nice to have guys that I can lean on because I'm an old guy trying to learn young guy stuff. So that's nice.
We're family. That's what I tell my guys in the new chapter when they come in after prospecting and I patch them in. I'm like, look, we're a family. So anything you need, reach out and we'll be there.
Well, that's one thing that I found through the Punishers is I don't necessarily have to ask for help, but the guys know me so well. They're like, hey, bro, what's up? And now the door's open for me to explain. I don't have to tell them everything, but to be around people that can see that and understand that hey, maybe Gunny needs a little bit of advice. Maybe there's something bothering him, and we all do that to each other.
I've met so many people from different places, from different countries, from different states, that all have the same mentality, the same drive, the same desires, same goals, and their family.
Strength is not suffering in silence. Strength is getting your brothers and sisters all around you and getting the assistance that you need. None of these folks shirk back from a battle. None of these folks shirk back from a challenge. They shouldn't shirk back in helping themselves. And that is a sign of strength, is to get help and take care of yourself, just like you take care of everybody else.
And that's really what drew me to this. Those guys got something going on there that I want to be a part of. Because that meant a lot to me. That's why.
Randy, no. I can't do this.
2 eggs, 3 bags of flat.
Are you a pathetic loser with no real friends and a girlfriend who barely loves you? Buy Carson's magic bouncing ball and maybe you won't be such a
Shouldn't have.
He has your eyes.
What's going on? That's it. I'm done.
No, babe, wait. I can. Babe, wait, I can explain. Babe.
Not quite like my mom's.
Where do you think you're going?
I cooked, you can clean.
You were the one who made the mess!
Yeah, just let me make one more shot, then I will put in the reservation. Yeah. All right, see you then. Love you too. Bye.
Hey man, we need one more for 2-on-2s. You in? You okay? What are you, freak? Come on boys, let's come back later.
Kenneth,
You crazy about your soon-to-be national hero?
Came to restore, remember? Let's go, Kenneth.
So you gonna kiss your handsome woman? I might not make it back, you know.
You promised me one thing. You're coming back to Scotland. Promise me.
I promise. I'll be back to Scotland. So do I get that kiss now?
Kenneth, are you good?
Of course. Take more than a few Brits to keep me down.
You know, if you die here, at least you'll save the fares the trouble of bringing you home on the low road.
Like I said, no Brits here kept a good Scotsman now.
You ready?
For freedom.
For glory.
For Bonnie Prince Charlie.
You two are probably priding yourselves on what a problem you've been. Well, now I've got a problem, and you're going to solve it. Despite your crimes and rebellion against the true king, I'm letting you, one of you, repair the damage you've done. The other will pay with his life. But therein lies my problem. Which is which? Get rid of the dangerous one. That's logical. But it leaves me with the useless one. I'm making you an offer. Return to Scotland and convince the others to abandon this pointless charade. As proof of the price of rebellion, the other will be executed, as merits you both. Choose which is which. If you don't, I might just decide I don't need either one of you. You have until dawn.
One of us has to go home.
To trade the cause for their life? No chance.
If both of us die here, we're nothing. But if one of us lives, then both of us mean something.
You'll go back then. You've got Ailey, and I've got the plans. I can draw them for you, and when you get back...
Whoever leaves here, they'll search for sure.
You'll just have to remember them then. Promise me I'll tell them.
Tell them what?
That I finally meant something.
Of course. Colin, are you sure about this?
Yeah, of course. I know it won't be easy, but you'll be with Ailey, Charlie will reign, and I'll matter like you do. It's okay. This is what I want.
promise me you're coming back to Scotland.
You take the high road. I'll take the low road. And I'll be back to Scotland before you.
How you guys doing? Doing good? Good? I'm not doing so good. I don't really know what to do with my hands.
Hands out. And what? Pockets. That's good. That's good.
I'm better. I'm good.
You know, Highbridge turns 21 this year. You know what that means?
What does that mean?
Well, come on. What did you do when you turned 21?
When I turned 21?
Yeah, 21st birthday. First thing you go out and do. Maybe that night.
I went to my favorite Mexican restaurant, Fiesta Mexico. Thank you. I ordered a pollo bandito, which they accidentally put extra beans, and so then I prayed that I'd see 22. And then my mom got me a Spider-Man birthday cake. What'd you do?
I think it's time for intermission. We're going to take a break. 10-minute break, that good? We're going to take a 10-minute break.
What'd you do?
I went to the zoo. All right. It's time for intermission. We're going to have 10 minutes. If you need to use the restroom, you can exit out those back doors, pat your neighbor on the shoulder, talk. We'll be back.
You said to put your hands in your pocket.
Put them in your pockets. Let's
Okay,
go.
sorry.
Welcome back, everyone. What a wonderful first half of films we've seen tonight. From inspiring stories to powerful cinematic experiences, these films have truly captured the spirit of Highbridge. We're just getting started, and the best is still to come. Let's take a closer look at the creators behind the films that we just watched. We'll hear from the producers as they share insights into the making of their films, the inspiration, the challenges, and the moments that made these projects so special. Let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Ethan Ivey. I created In Service to Others with Stone Thompson, Caden Purvis, and Chance Melton. So we made this film for a documentary class with Sarah Hogenkamp, and we sat down and had a meeting trying to figure out what we wanted to do, or kind of what maybe event or people group or just things we wanted to focus on. And the idea of a motorcycle club came up, or bikers in general. And so we just started reaching out and looking for interesting clubs, and Chance ended up finding the Punishers that we cover, and we reached out and we got in touch with one of the members of their board, and he was really kind and kind of walked us through the whole process of introducing us to them, and we just kind of figured out the story based off what they told us in the interviews and just wrapped it around that and wrapped it around them.
My name is Caden Purvis. I was a kind of director on In Service to Others. Yeah, so we drove to, I want to say Columbus or Cleveland for our very first day of shooting. And so that was like a bit of a drive because we went to like their clubhouse. And it was fun. It was nice, like a little road trip with all of our equipment and everything. And then the second shooting day was in Cincinnati, so that was a lot shorter of a drive. But yeah, it was nice getting out of Wilmore and shooting like not in a studio or like, yeah, it was just like really run and gun. We hadn't been to the locations before, so we didn't exactly know what we were walking into, but that made it like really exciting.
My name is Stone Thompson. I helped co-create In Service to Others, and I was also the editor. Oh, it was a tricky edit. I've never edited something, I think, to this degree where you have hours of interview footage and you have to cut it down to 8 minutes. So that was definitely a new experience for me. But it was a lot of fun because I have a first responder background. So with some of the stuff they gave, I really found like the element of mental health to be super, I think that became like the driving force.
Hello, I'm Sam Santrock. I am a senior this year at Asbury, and my film is No One Was Supposed to Be Home. My crew meant everything to me on this set because this was a last-minute project. I had the crew already set up, a lot of what I would call a bunch of the legends of our day, and they were all, my favorite part really was how willing they were just to pull some random thing together. And I guess because there was just so much talent in the group, we were able, even though this was a quick put together project, it was, I guess, submittable to Highbridge.
My name's Cameron Tapp, and I was first AC on No One's Supposed to Be Home. Well, we actually did not have the focus puller on set, so I used an iPhone app to pull focus. So that was not fun, not something I'd recommend anyone do ever.
Yeah, my name's Audrey Napa, and I was the producer for The Mess. Yeah, so I actually had like an interesting time being both the writer and the producer for The Mess. It was actually pretty nice because I got to write knowing what I also would be capable of achieving realistically.
My name's Diana Cobb. I was the director. I loved the writing. I loved the attention to details that Audrey wrote in. I loved that it was very simple, yet it still packed a punch.
I'm Kaya. I was the production designer for The Mess. Production design is a huge responsibility. It is most of what you are seeing on screen. That is not the actors. So it was a lot of talking with our director and our producer and kind of understanding what their vision was and how I can bring their vision to light. So I did a lot of thrifting, kind of looking at their vision boards, looking at the space we were in, as well as talking with our incredible costume designer, Monique Karaman, who I did a lot of the costumes and the makeup and the hair for that. And all of us working together to really bring this vision to life that Audrey had written to work, because it is like more of a period piece. So solidifying like what era, what vibe are we going, very realistic, a little bit more of an interpretation.
My name is Stone Thompson. I am the director of photography on The Mess. My role is I'm pretty much in charge of anything you see visually, lighting, anything that the camera is doing. That's pretty much all up to me and the people under me and my team. And I had a great team. My G&E was very much on it. Alex Janis, Forrest Jameson, they were some clutch guys that helped me bring this world to life. My ACs, George Blair, Ella Lou, they were great. So much fun to work with.
My name is Davis Brown. I'm a junior, and the name of my film is Clink. It was just me, camera op, and director. I had an actor, Sam Webb. And then I usually had one grip for the day, or for the shoot time. And we rotated between 3 different grips that ended up showing up. So it was a little bit smaller than your average crew, but honestly, it turned out in our favor because we were able to just get stuff done really quick. We didn't have to worry.
more intuitive the camera system, the more you can just flow.
Never break your flow. EOS R system.
We're checking back in with Rebecca Yount, who's still in Hughes Auditorium. Becca, what's going on?
Thanks so much, Ella. We're right in the middle of intermission right now. People are taking a break. The busyness is happening. Few people here enjoying the show, want to get their words on it. Have you ever been to Highbridge before?
No, I actually have not. This is my first time. I'm super excited.
Fantastic. Well, what's been your favorite part?
Oh my word, just all the films. Has been absolutely blown away with all the different films, all the different friends here, all that stuff. It's just been amazing to see the projects.
Fantastic. Do you have a favorite film so far?
I would say Nobody Was Home, because shout out to my cousin, he was the homeowner. Love that.
Fantastic. We also have this lady right over here, interrupting here, but what's been your favorite film so far? Are you enjoying the night?
This last one that was just showed is probably my favorite so far.
Fantastic. And how about you? What's been the favorite part so far? Favorite film?
I love the one that we just saw last. It was like the Irish one. I thought that was so cool. It was very like emotional and the music was wonderful.
Absolutely, a take-home message from that for sure.
Yes, I thought it was so beautiful. Yeah, it's wonderful.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. This is a really cool opportunity to just be here. Community, business is happening. Are you planning to go to the after party?
Yes, I will be going to the after party. I'm so excited.
Wonderful. There's some dancing happening. I mean, Chick-fil-A. Thoughts on that?
I'm excited for the Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I heard there are cupcakes and Chick-fil-A, and I'm so excited. And dancing too.
That's perfect. Well, Ella, that's all we have right now. Thank you so much. We'll see you in a little bit.
Thanks, Becca. The second half of our films is about to begin, so grab a snack, get comfortable, and get ready for some more incredible films. We'll see you back here after the show for exclusive interviews and behind-the-scenes content. Enjoy the show.
Intermission's over, man. We gotta get back out. Intermission's over, dude. We gotta get back out there.
Dude, I can't get the zipper.
Okay, dog, you need to chill out.
Don't call me dog, please.
Okay, look. It's crunch time. We have got to go.
Just go. I can't get the zipper.
Fine. Figure that out. It is I, Superman, here to protect Highbridge from evildoers like chapel checkers and the discussion posts where they make you turn the video on. I can type just fine. Let's stop doing that. But I don't work alone. Introducing my trusty sidekick. Okay, hold on. My trusty sidekick. Come on.
This is stupid. It is I, Crypto.
Keep going.
The Super Dog.
Come on, man. You can sound a little more enthusiastic.
This is humiliating.
Look, every year the hosts come up here, they wear a costume, they leave their mark on the show.
Leave their mark?
Deal. Leave their mark.
I'm about to mark my territory on this stage if we don't get on.
Okay. All right. All right. It's fine. We can move on. It's okay. It's okay.
So you guys are about to vote. We're going to have that up on the screen. We're going to have a QR code.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I get it. Oh, God. No, there he is.
There's who?
Don't freak out. I'm
Okay.
sorry I freaked out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's Lex Luthor right over there.
Which one?
The bald one.
They're all bald.
I'm pretty sure you have to be to work in the media department.
Okay, we're gonna get in big trouble.
Okay. Anyway, voting. You're gonna scan this QR code that's gonna pop up here in a little bit and text the number of the film that you want to vote for. And that's your
Get your phones
choice.
ready.
It's really cool.
We hope you had a good time for the intermission.
I wish you wouldn't cut
Good
me
Pete.
off.
Hey, we're gonna work this out on stage. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you after this next batch of films.
Did you not touch my tail?
All right, let's roll.
Wait, I got pee.
Mason, why did you not go when I was pumping my gas?
I didn't have to go then?
I'm leaving.
No! Dude, I'm gonna pee my pants if I don't go right now. Is that what you want? I mean, all over the upholstery? This looks expensive.
Fine. But if you make us late to this movie, I'm not giving you a ride home. I've waited a lifetime for this.
Can you just be back out here in 3 minutes?
That's all I need.
3 minutes and we're gone. I mean it.
Yeah, I'll be on a flash.
Leave it to Mason to waste time.
He'll earn one of these days.
Hey man, where's the bathroom at?
What do you think I am, a map?
Alright then.
Why didn't he go when I was filling my gas?
You, got any music in this thing?
What you feeling?
Yo, this is alright.
Got any fours?
Go fish. Got any... So in conclusion, at its core, E equals mc squared expresses the principle of energy mass equivalence. It's really just reshaped modern physics.
And you're an art history major? This is ridiculous. We're gonna miss the start of the movie. Like, did he fall in? What's he doing in there?
Ugh, just some old guy.
Why are you,
Sorry, man, I don't have any change.
No, change? I don't know what's going on. I don't hey, know. man, are you alright? Yeah, just getting ready to go. Ready to go where? We're going to. Is there someone we should call? What's your name? My name? My name?
Hey, isn't that Mason's shirt?
Mason? Mason! What about Mason? What happened? These are not my wrinkles. It was just yesterday I was staying up late, partying with friends. I had almost forgotten.
All right, well, we're late for a movie.
Did you say movie? I remember. Are we about to get stabbed? I know what's in here somewhere.
I'm not sticking around to find out.
What about Mason?
His 3 minutes are up. I'm out of here.
Wait! The movie! The movie! Wait! The movie! But that was Mason's shirt.
You think he just took it off in the store? Sorry, dude. I'm not missing this movie.
I still have my ticket! I still have time! Still have time.
What else is going on? You are so selfish all the time.
It's all about you. I'm sorry that I have a life. You should try it sometime. Ah!
How did we get here? Something I did, or we did, or didn't do. Sometimes, when things are too loud or too quiet, I go by myself up into the hills to visit our family tree. I don't try to climb it or cut it down. I should think it's too strong for that by now. I just like to feel it. Some people's trees grow fruit or flowers in the spring, but ours grew paper. To find, and to write, and to fold. Do you remember that? I would steal paper from the printer for ideas that were too dumb to ever add to my notebooks. Once I'd pinned them down, I'd toss them aside. And you'd make them beautiful. I miss knowing that even my worst mistakes were something we could share. I'm still not sure when the strain started. I guess I was too distracted. At least until you snapped. Did we always fight like this? I can't remember. Did you always say things that hurt so much? Did I always have this much regret over how I responded? It's the same every time. And every time, once the world's done shaking, I have to remind myself of all the good I've forgotten and the bad that surrounds me. Because the truth is, I know how we got here. I have always known. Because I know you. Sure, you can fight it. You can accuse and ignore and snap and scream. But I know you. So I know what you're really saying.
Wait! You can't leave me!
I'm not leaving. I'm just going. And not as far as you think.
But I can't follow you.
You don't have to.
What makes a story a story? Do you need words to tell one? Maybe you hear one now. Maybe it sounds like the start of something. Something peaceful. Something romantic. You pour everything you have, everything that you are, into something and you call it yours. How much of your creation remains yours, while in the eye of another? Maybe it has a different meaning for the listener than it did the creator, but maybe what they hear is the thing they needed to. Stories end. Does it end when the artist deems it over? Does the story die with its creator? How about when it's retold for the last time? People will hold on to it, and they may adore the story right up to the last second. But how much longer will your work be cherished? How many more times is your painting going to be seen? Or your song heard? Stories end. Maybe that's the point. But sometimes it is nothing short of a tragedy that a story ended too soon. That a good story will go unread. But in some sort of self-actualizing way, maybe art doesn't have to be for the sake of the listener. Stories end. Stories end. Stories end. But they never die.
I told him he could have taken it off.
Zipper, I don't want to talk.
You want me to mess with it?
My parents are here, probably not.
Up here? Okay, no, it's fine. That's fine.
It's time to vote here in a second. We're going to have a QR code up on the screen. You can either scan that QR code or text the number that's going to pop up with your pick for the audience favorite. And that's about it.
In the meantime, please enjoy this trailer for the Bailey Award-winning film, For Remembrance. Let's get you out of this. No, I'm just messing with you.
Sorry, waiting for a little light to see by. Oh, hey, that's me. My name is Sean Gaffney. I'm a professor of screenwriting here, along with Andrea Nasfell. It is my honor to be able to talk about two screenwriting competitions that we have here at Asbury. The first is the Blake and Shannon Bailey Storyteller Awards. And they look for the entertaining scripts that utilize the power of story to challenge audiences to grow in their understanding of Christian values. In its third year, the award provides financing of up to $5,000 towards the cost of producing the best submitted script. Blake and Shannon Bailey's grant looks for screenplays that have a mature grasp on the nuance and mystery of visual storytelling. The 2024 winner was Sabina Boyer with For Remembrance. I'll never forgive you for coming up with that title. For Remembrance, which is the trailer that you just saw. The script tells the story of Emily, who has her world shaken when she meets Aiden, a young man with a condition that allows him to remember the future instead of the past. Over the past year, producers Malia Crump and Cameron Campbell put together a team and went to work. Director Kane Price led the squad through the paces to finish the film. This team included Tyler Chong as the cinematographer, production design by Carson Sams, editing by Davis Brown. Josiah McKinney designed sound and wrote the original score. He also conducted the orchestra throughout the recordings. For Remembrance will now go on to enter film festivals and competitions. Congratulations, team. And now for this year. The 2025 Blake and Shannon Bailey Storyteller Award goes to Corey Alford and Sabina Boyer with their script Connected. We have a second scriptwriting competition, the Jess and Angela Carell Scriptwriting Award. Last year, a number of donors came together to offer a feature film screenwriting contest, awarding a prize of $10,000. The competition has a somewhat specific parameter, written as a television movie format and structure, family-friendly, a romance, and set at Christmas. The submitted scripts went through several rounds of judging, leading to a list of semifinalists and 2 finalists. I think the semifinalists up there? Yeah, there we go. We had a panel of 3 outside independent expert judges. The 2 finalist scripts are Christmas Across the Hall by Sabina Boyer. The single father of a serious tomboy, children's book illustrator Dylan is out of his depth when he's assigned to create a storybook for little girls instead of little boys. When they move into an apartment across from 2 of the girliest women imaginable, Dylan's daughter Casey devises a plot to spy on their new neighbors as research for what girls are like. The second finalist is The Love Ledger by Michael Taylor. A by-the-numbers accountant uses a ledger to solve love, but when his secret is exposed and the woman he loves walks away, he must win her back or risk his one shot at true love. He used math to solve love and lost love because of it. The winner of the Jess and Angela Carell Script Writing Award, Sabina Boyer, The Christmas Across the Hall.
All right, so what we got coming up is my favorite part of the festival, and it's the highlight for the high school film. And so each year we have, submissions from high school students, and it kind of gives us a glimpse into what's to come for our campus and our department, and it's just kind of cool to see what people can do without, the tools that we supply them here on campus, if that makes sense. And so,
take a look at this year's winner, The Legend of Merrill Creek.
Lost trust, never found. Don't trust the man. Lost trust, never found. He remembers these. Nobody's to chance. Remember to not enter.
heard the stories, old folklore. Strange things happened here. The first sign something was off was subtle. I found a watch. It was all messed up. I tried lighting matches. I've done it 1,000 times. But here, they refuse to catch. And I had taken a photo of the trees. But what showed up was just not right. And on this entire walk, things have been in places they just don't belong. I don't even know why I'm recording this. I never should have come out here.
Lost trust, never found. Don't trust. Don't trust the maps. Lost trust, never found. Remember, please run. Go.
Every few years, someone disappears out there. Always the same kind, young, curious. Thought the stories were just that, stories. They don't come looking for trouble, just answers. But Marrow Creek, it don't give back what it takes.
For the second year in a row, we're thrilled to present this award to Mr. Jed Davis.
When I was asked to present the award for Best Costume, Hair, and Makeup, I enthusiastically offered to copy John Cena's example. After some screams of terror died down, the producers kindly asked me to not do that. So instead I wore this costume, AKA a green screen, so you can put in your own John Cena, or at least somebody with better biceps. But in all seriousness, costume and makeup are the masters of creating context for our heroes, our villains, and everyone else in between. With the stroke of a brush or the perfect outfit choice, they transform actors into characters and eras into realities. They help tell the story before a single word is even spoken. This year's winner took us across time, space, and identity, sometimes all in a single frame. With artistry that was bold, beautiful, and unforgettable, it is my honor to present the award for Best Costume, Hair, and Makeup to Monique Karaman for The Mess. Those of us of a certain age remember with anticipation that built when we heard the words, "in a world where." And whatever followed took us on a journey of possibilities to new places, to times we could only imagine, to realities crafted with care, vision, and artistry. That is the magic of production design. Production designers create the very worlds in which these stories unfold. They shape the visual language, establish the tone, and bring a director's vision into tangible reality, brick by brick, texture by texture, frame by frame. Without them, the audience wouldn't believe the world we're seeing. Tonight, we celebrate the artist who did exactly that, who built a world so rich, so immersive, so integral to the storytelling that it elevated the entire film experience. It is my great honor to present the award for Best Production Design to Kaya Jax for The Maths.
I have two awards tonight to present for film sound. The first is Best Sound Design. And Best Sound Design goes to the sound designer whose film has the cleanest, clearest, best sounding dialogue, the most compelling sound effects, and best uses sound to aid in telling the story. This year's winner is Cameron Tapp for 3 minutes. Category of Best Original Score, we recognize the music composer who has contributed original music that best engages the audience, makes them relate to or feel the emotion of the character or scene, and enhances the overall emotional impact of the film. This year's Best Original Score Award goes to Aidan Chase Gaither for Stories In.
Tonight I'm presenting the award for Best Visual Effects. When I was thinking about what to say to introduce this award, I thought about the greats who have been on this stage. And of course, the greatest of those that comes to mind is Dr. Kevin Brown. So I asked myself, what would K-Dog say tonight? K-Dog is his stage name. And it occurred to me that he would probably start out with some quote from a brilliant church father like St. Augustine. So to that end, I quote St. Augustine. Awards are dumb. Now, some of the more theologically minded individuals in the audience tonight may say, well, that's not actually a quote from St. Augustine. And in a literal sense, yes, that is true. However, he did say, "For my sin was not that I sought out pleasures, grandeurs, and truth, not in him, but in his creatures, in myself and in others, and thus fell headlong into sorrows, confusions, and errors." So, you know. That one was for you, K-Dog. But an important question to answer is, of course, if Augustine says awards are dumb, which I think I have proved with extraordinary academic rigor, why are we giving awards? And to be honest, I may have painted myself into a corner on this one. However, in all seriousness, if we can avoid seeking awards for their own sake, and if those of us who give the awards can use them as an opportunity to look and love our neighbor by saying, "I see you, brother, I see you, sister," In so doing, we can honor the work that God is already doing in their lives. So tonight, I'm going to give the award for Best Visual Effects to Ann Messinger for Ball the Movie. And Ann could not be here tonight. Alex Janis, you're up. And Ann could not be with us tonight, so Alex Janis will be accepting the award on Ann's behalf. So Alex, get up here. All right. The legendary documentarian Errol Morris once said, "Discovering a subject's backstory is much like discovering an angry platypus in your bathtub. Many explanations are required, and even when you get them, it's not always satisfying. But occasionally, the mystery is uncovered, and the platypus makes perfect sense." Now, the first quote I gave this evening was a loose paraphrase, just put it lightly, but this quote is actually 100% false. That said, I do still think it applies, and the backstories we got in tonight's winner were extraordinarily illuminating and taught us a lot about something we did not know much about. So to that end, the award for Best Documentary goes to Caden Purvis, Chance Middleton, Ethan Ivey, and Stone Thompson for In Service to Others.
One of the great joys of teaching is witnessing raw talent transform into refined skill, and watching someone truly earn their craft. The recipient of this year's Best Cinematography Award is someone who exemplifies that journey. Now, I'll be honest with you, this award probably won't come as a surprise to many of you. The student has become a familiar name in this category, and for good reason. What you see on screen, those striking compositions, the confident movement, the light that seems to speak its own language, that doesn't happen by accident. It happens because of thousands of hours behind the camera. It happens because of commitment, patience, and relentless drive to get better with every frame. This student has elevated every project he's touched, not just with technical precision, but with a real eye for storytelling. He understands how to use cinematography not just to capture a moment, but to deepen meaning, shape mood, and immerse the audience. It is my pleasure, and truly no surprise, to present the Best Cinematography Award to Tyler Chong for How Did We Get Here? Another of the best rewarding parts of teaching is watching students discover something about themselves that they didn't know was there. Some hidden spark, a skill waiting to be uncovered, a passion they hadn't yet named. The recipient of this year's Best Editing Award is a perfect example of this journey. When he first stepped into the editing process, I don't think he even realized how naturally the pieces would fall into place or how much he would love the craft. But talent alone isn't what got him here tonight. He's put in the work. He's learned how to shape rhythm, build tension, and guide emotion, all with subtlety and precision. He's grown immensely as an editor, and there's no doubt in my mind that this is only the beginning of a promising path. So it is my pleasure to present the Best Editing Award to Andrew Stratton for Ball the Movie.
Screenwriter Robin Swycord says, "You don't learn how to write a screenplay by just reading screenplays and watching movies. It's about developing the kind of mind that sees and makes drama. You can do this in a kind of holistic way by reading history and theology and psychology, reading great fiction and poetry and plays. You develop an eye for the structure of everything and look for the patterns that help you become a dramatist." History, theology, psychology. Good writing takes us places. It enlivens history, it stirs our souls, it touches us. It is a journey that long after the telling may make us weep as we hear a distant song. The winner of the Highbridge Award for Best Screenplay goes to Katie Jornad, The Low Road. We have to get a different band next year because I want to dance up here and none of you want that. Director Anne Bogart succinctly explains the role of the director this way: "You cannot create results. You can only create conditions in which something might happen." Melissa Silverstein gave this advice from her experience. "One of the common themes you will read in an interview after interview is the call to keep fighting for your vision. This is a message to directors, producers, writers, anyone who wants to work in the business. Your voice counts. Your vision matters." The person we are about to honor is a person of vision that created the conditions for something very, very special to happen. The winner of the Highbridge Award for Best Direction goes to Corey Alford. How did we get here?
Oftentimes in Hollywood, when a project has been in development for months and sometimes even years, it's finally time to go into production, and then a panic sets in. The script has been read so many times, it's too familiar. Is it still funny? Is it still emotionally relevant? Does it even work anymore? And that's when you know it's time for a new team of storytellers to take over, the actors. Great actors bring their love of character, their comic timing, and their heartfelt emotion, making the final film even funnier, even more emotionally resonant than the script on paper ever could be. I'm pleased to present these awards for the work our actor storytellers have done this year. Beginning with the category of Best Actor, our judges have chosen 2 winners. So the first winner for Best Actor is Wesley Ridings for The Low Road. And our second winner for Best Actor is Drew Farmer from The Low Road. And now for our Best Actress award goes to Kylie Reynolds for How Did We Get Here?
All right, you all know what happens when I come to the throne, right? Means we're getting to the good stuff. All right. Takeaway TD once said, "My favorite kind of comedy comes from the awkwardness of living, the stuff that makes you cringe, but borders on tragic. It resonates because it comes from emotional truth." This year, we had many films explore truth from the lighter side of life, delve into the humor of human nature, and traverse the absurdity of our trips around the sun. But one film in particular excelled in bringing this awkwardness into a delightfully absurd world of a larger-than-life romance that, alas, could not be, but for good reason. This year's Best Comedy Award goes to Alex Janis for Ball, the movie. Stanley Kubrick said, "If it can be written or thought, it can be filmed. But of course, it can still be a daunting task if the idea is complex. However, a good producer knows that if the drama of the story has heart and the logistics are talked through, the long hours of work will connect with its audience and the risk will be worth it." We had many complex dramatic ideas presented in films this year, films that had our producers asking themselves, how do we do this? But now that question can be turned into one of reflection as we celebrate this year's Best Drama. Produced by Ethan Ivey, Best Drama goes to How Did We Get Here? All right, and now we finish with one of our most important awards, which is the Servant Leader Award. Filmmaking is more than creating a film for your audience. It's about people you collaborate with, the artists that you either deflate or empower, and any good filmmaker is a good leader that knows the value of encouragement, the power of listening to their team, and truly valuing and seeing and serving those that they are journeying with in their endeavor to create art for others. This is the reason that the Servant Leader Award exists. Every year, students nominate those that they have worked with that have exemplified the values of listening, supporting, encouraging, empowering, and serving others on their sets. The winners of this award, yes, there's two. They had these things written about them, and I'll do one at a time. The first is, no matter what set they are on, they always do more than is required of them. They'll be ADing 1 minute, gripping the next, then go back to ADing. They are incredibly helpful and a joy to have on set. The first Servant Leader Award goes to Lillian Bell. You'll notice a theme here. The second of our awards for Servant Leader Award, this is what was said about them. They stepped into the key grip role with very little experience and worked so hard to excel and impress us all. And I want to just include that both of these people that were nominated and both these people receiving these awards had multiple nominations. So the second recipient of our Servant Leader Award is another person who is also working this production along with Lily and Bill, and that is Ian Rhodes.
All right, time has come for the Audience Choice Award. But before that, I was chasing that film reel around, and I found the Best Actress. So let's bring the Best Actress up here, award winner, Kylie Reynolds for How Did We Get Here? And without further ado, the winner of the Audience Choice Award for 2025, How Did We Get Here? Directed by Corey Alford. We're going to hold for the official photos to try to spread out so that you're all visible. Give him another round of applause.
Great job, man.
That officially concludes the 21st Highbridge Film Festival. Thank you all for being here. We want to give one last shout out to the special events team, the Hughes team, the webcast team, every single member of student and faculty who came together to make this incredible show happen.
We've got an after party in the Miller Communication Building. If you just follow right where you came from, just go down that sidewalk all the way to the other side of campus. We'll have, I think, Chick-fil-A, L8, all kinds of stuff. So thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Not bad.
No, that was good. That was perfect.
Is that okay? All right. Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. What an incredible night it has been. We've seen so many amazing films, and now it's time to wrap up the festival with some exclusive post-show content. It's been a memorable night, and we're excited to share the final moments with you. Let's dive in. We'll now take a moment to hear from the filmmakers of the second block of films as they share insights into the creative process, the challenges they faced, and the stories behind their work. Let's take a closer look.
I'm Sam Webb. I was in Davis Brown's film Clink, and I was an actor. I know Davis, he's a very creative guy, and as soon as I knew he was making a short film, I knew I'd be on really no matter what it was about. But when I heard it was about basketball and a guy that gets to get angry, that seemed like a role that I wanted to pursue. I feel like showing anger is the most fun emotion as an actor. Just choosing what to channel to spark that is always fun.
My name is Ian Wong, and I was the director and colorist for The Low Road. I will say the crew, you know, when John reached out to me to direct this piece, I was a little wary at first of my own capabilities, but the producer, Caden, John, the cinematographer, and everybody that came along afterwards really stepped up to enhance the story. You know, usually I take it upon myself as the director and usually the editor. I didn't edit this piece, but I usually take it upon myself to enhance the story or to, I guess, be a good steward of the script, right? But they did so good in the producing side, the visuals, right? And so they did a really good job. This was a very exterior heavy project, and so everybody stepped up in that aspect of making sure that the cast was well fed, was warm, right? You know how Kentucky weather is, it's all over the place. So we had some rainy days, we had some muddy days. Caden's Raw 4 actually got stuck in the mud and everybody was crashing out, but we had to lock in, and so everybody did lock in. Drew and Wesley, they were freaking troopers. They really stepped up, I think. Everything I threw at them in rehearsal and also just in production, they really took every single note that I had with intention and carried it out on the screen. I think it was, I can't say that, you know, I sat through John in the editing room for a little bit and I can't say there was like a bad take, honestly. They gave a little bit of something different each take, and that's really special, and I think that's really professional.
My name is Cameron Tapp, and I am the writer, director, and editor of 3 Minutes. It was a pretty big crew, the biggest that I've worked with personally, and it was just a really fun time. You know, everyone was really locked into what they were doing, and we worked like a well-oiled machine, so yeah, it was a great time. So I had Caden Purvis as first AD, Tyler Chong was my director of photography. The film was starring Sam Webb, Davis Brown, Forrest Jameson, and Sonny Burnett. Carson Sams was the production designer. Myself and Jillian Smith produced it. The great thing about film is that it's a collaborative effort, so you have so many different inputs on the same project. So it's not like just my vision, it's everyone who is working on it, like helping it really help shape the film.
My name is Davis Brown, and I play Nolan in the film 3 Minutes. Cameron is very fun to work under. He doesn't really get mad on set, which is always a good thing, because sometimes people tend to get very agitated, like long hours, stuff like that. You don't really see Cam ever do that, which is just very, very nice. It makes everything a lot less stressful, and it makes other people not get as mad either, which is just overall just gives good vibes around set. He also has like a clear direction usually and a creative mind, so if we have to pivot, he can pivot, which is also a very good thing, especially for like actors and stuff like that. If like we're kind of doing our thing, he's doing his thing, and we don't have to worry about whatever they're doing because we know it's going to work out.
Hi, my name is Corey Alford, and I'm the director for the short film How Did We Get Here? So I approached Sabina with the story concept and just how I wanted it to flow and like the structure behind it. And Sabina just went with it, and she also put in some really great ideas that just brought the story together and made it what it was. I think before asking her to like write the script for it, I didn't know her super well, but we just have very similar minds when it comes to storytelling, and so getting to like pitch this to her was just like, very exciting because she like caught on to it so fast, and just like the life that she brought into the story was like really, really important. So
hi, I'm Ethan Ivey, and I'm the producer for Corey Alford's film How Did We Get Here? Yeah, so this is my first time producing anything, and so it was really cool getting to do it with Corey, and just I loved being able to bring people that I trust and people that I know will do a good job and will hold their responsibilities really highly and to like their own high standards, and I was just so happy and really enjoyed the process of getting to bring people that are good at something into a collaborative process where they get to do that thing that they're really good at. And it was just so fun getting to give people a platform to just express. And I think Corey did a great job of just like accepting everyone's way of expression and the work everyone did. And so it was just super fun getting to just bring everyone together to make a little film happen. So.
Our live reporter Becca Yon is still in Hughes, joined by Kaya Jax, who won Best Production Design. Becca?
Colties. Is it good? All right. Thank you, Ella. I'm here with the Best Production Designer, Kaya. Congratulations. This is a big moment. Explain for us what your role was behind the scenes here.
Yeah, so I was a production designer, so I basically talked to the director and the producer, and I brought the script to life. I dealt with basically everything on screen that wasn't the actors or the costumes done by Monique Karaman. It was a lot of working with color palettes and then actually sourcing the things. The house was pretty much empty, so I had to get just about everything from scratch. We had to rent a U-Haul. That was a whole big thing.
That's fantastic. This is a big moment, and again, congratulations. What are you feeling? What are the emotions right now?
I'm very excited. The production design department here is pretty small, so I'm very happy. It's grown a lot over the years, so I'm glad it's getting the recognition it deserves, and I'm just so glad to be here. I'm very proud of my work.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations again. Ella, that's all I have for you. Enjoy the post show, everyone.
Did you enjoy the intro of Highbridge Film Festival 2025? Let's now take a closer look at this project and what went into creating it.
Hello, I'm Sam Santrock, and I am this year's director of the Highbridge opening ceremony. So the basic summary of the story of the making of this film is that David Whitaker, our professor of film at Asbury, sends an email to me and a couple other seniors and says, hey, I want to make a cool intro this year because we have not done that before, so we wanted to try something a little new. David was kind enough to provide us the Intro to the Film class as our crew. The Intro to the Film class traditionally will make a film every spring, sometimes gets into Highbridge, sometimes doesn't get completed. So I think this experiment, as far as I'm aware, worked. This is a really cool project for the students to get to work on because they get to see it within a month of finishing it. So I think there's a lot of value in that and getting to see your work pay off. So our process for making this film starts, of course, in our pre-production period. For me, what that means is first I'm going to be writing the intro. We've had this reel as our Highbridge logo for a long time, but we've never given it a story in any capacity. But I just wanted there to be an emotional tie to that reel anytime people see it from now on, and I hope that happens. Arguably for me, the most important element of this project was the storyboarding process. I have a lot of these images of what it's going to look like in my head, but this is when I finally lay it down on paper and we know what we're going to shoot. It's really, really important, and it helps me communicate my vision to all of my creative heads. A lot of the creative heads are people that I traditionally work with. We had Sam Curry as producer, and he was in charge of getting locations and did a fantastic job doing that. I have worked with Tyler Chong on just about every single one of my projects. He is an incredibly close friend of mine. We used Stone Thompson as well multiple times, which is the first time I've worked with him. It was very fun, but we had a very strong DP crew. I also got to work with Sam Omer in production design for the first time and John Teo as a gaffer, and I've done that many times. Yeah, I mean, set was just an absolute blast. Everyone had so much fun, at least from my perspective. It seemed everyone, I was having fun. Thank you to the Intro to the Film class for all of your guys' hard work. I hope that the audience at Asbury, which is filled with my friends and family, will get to experience the same joy watching the film as I got making it. If I've done that, I think I've done my job.
Joining us here in the studio, we have Prof. David Whitaker. Prof. Whitaker, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So at the beginning of the festival, we saw the intro video, which was amazing, by the way.
Oh, thanks. I didn't do a whole lot, but facilitating. That was about it.
This was the first year that your Intro to Film class actually helped with production of that video. So can you just tell me a little bit about what it was like being behind the scenes?
Yeah, sure. Well, one of the awesome things about this project is we get to take a group of upperclassmen and a group of lowerclassmen and kind of pair them together and allow them to work together in this new environment. And so it's really awesome to see the underclassmen kind of learning new skills, growing in their craft very rapidly, and then the upperclassmen get this opportunity to have like the largest crew on campus. Really, you don't get that opportunity very often. Like we had 30 people on set most of the time, which is really high for a student film, and it's just really great to see them be able to kind of flex their wings a little bit, spread them and just try something else. So it's really cool.
Yeah, that's great. I'm sure you've been to plenty of your Highbridge Film Festivals in the past, correct? Yeah.
Many.
What specifically about this one makes it so special and different?
Well, it's hard because they all kind of blend together, but it sounds kind of silly, but I promise I'm being genuine. I loved that the jazz band played during the awards this time. It was so nice. There was like this transition. It was actually very professional, and like Glenn's over there just jamming out, then he nails the ending like almost every time, and it just like closes it out, and we're just like, yeah, that's great. I mean, I got kind of played over because we had to do like and on behalf of, but it was still like just so fun. I was just like sitting on the sidelines going, oh my gosh, because I didn't know it. It was great. It's like, oh, we're a real show now, so it was fun.
Yeah, we were listening here in the studio some. They were great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Are you going to the after party?
Of course, I gotta get Chick-fil-A.
Great. We are heading
Sponsored.
there. Yeah, we are heading there right now. Actually, our reporter Riley Friend is in the after party to give us some updates. So let's take a look. Riley.
Thank you, Ella. As you can see, the attendees of the film festival are already piling into the Miller building, and luckily they have a lot to enjoy. We have several students fresh out of watching these films, and we're going to interview them today. So what is your name, what is your major, and what was your favorite film?
Yeah, so I'm Lauren Bixler. I'm an adventure leadership major, and say what my favorite film was. Yeah, my favorite film was, I think, 3 Minutes, just because I didn't really know what was going to happen. And I just thought the visuals were just really good, and it made me laugh. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it.
And so what does kind of Highbridge mean to you?
So as a senior, this was like a really special Highbridge just because it's my last one. But yeah, it's always just been a really, really fun event every year to just come and dress up and just be like at like a movie premiere type deal. Everyone I feel like feels a little famous when they come to this event. And it's just a really fun place to see like all your friends' creative freedom come out and just see what everyone's created over the past semester or year.
Of course. Thank you very much, Lauren. And over here we have, what's your name, what's your major, and then what is your favorite film?
I'm Adrian. I am a adventure and education leadership major, and my favorite film was The Mess.
Yes, nice. And so what does Asbury Film Festival kind of mean to you?
Yeah, so this was actually the first year I got to go, which was so exciting, but it's something I've heard about for way before I even came here. And it's just kind of like Lauren said, something really awesome where you get to see your friends kind of like just exude their talents and see something that they poured so much time and effort into actually come to life, and see them get like acknowledgement for it is just so awesome. Yeah.
Yes. That is amazing. David, come over here. So David, I have a couple of questions for you. What's your major and what was your favorite film for Highbridge?
Hey, so my major is media communications with emphasis in film. And I think my favorite had to be Sam Sintrock, No One's Supposed to Be Home. It was just a really funny film and very intriguing.
And so I understand that you're a first year. So what does Highbridge kind of mean to you in this moment?
It's very inspiring to like go out and create stuff for next year. It's just awesome to see all the students, innovate and create, and especially the ones I know that created films. Like, just awesome to see what they've made and their achievements.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Let me pull you aside.
Yeah, thank you.
So that is all the time we have here in Miller. I'm about to party it up. So we'll catch you on the flip side. And I think you guys go to an ad.
Can I start you off with a drink?
I'll have an ale 8.
What's an LA?
Well, it's the perfect drink for you and your date. One sip, you'll feel the love it makes, and it's a flavor so bold, for goodness sake. It puts the pep in your step and the shimmy in your shake. And as the night unfolds, you're here for fun with fizzy delight in the Kentucky sun. Its flavor's a mystery, you must give it a chance. chance to blend of ginger and citrus, pure romance. With vocal charm, there's nothing like it around. Raise the bottle, let's all break it down.
So it's kind of like ginger ale, right?
Ginger ale can try, but can't compete. It dreams of being LA.
Now ain't that sweet?
Ask anyone around and they'll proudly state, LA's the reason we all celebrate. When you crave a taste that's simply divine, this timeless recipe is so fine. So do you love addiction? You can't stop it when you're craving that ginger pop. Open the top, grab a bottle, let the good times roll. It's a taste you'll feel from your heart to your soul. What will it be? Don't make a mistake. Grab a seat, there's a decision to make.
So, what will it be? I think I'll have an L8. What's in L8?
Joining us now, we have Alex Janus, who won Best Comedy for his film Ball the Movie, and Ethan Ivey, who won Best Drama for his film How Did We Get Here? Alex, you won Best Comedy. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling really excited and just super thankful for everyone that worked on the film with me, everyone that was on stage with me tonight, because I've worked with all of them. So, and just it was just surreal to see my film up there a few times and everyone be able to watch it. So very excited.
That's
very
great.
Excited.
Obviously, it's been a big night, lots of emotions. You've probably had a chance to settle down a little bit since then, but how did you feel walking up to the stage when you found out that you won?
I mean, I didn't really believe it. I just didn't think it was going to happen, but just really thankful that it did happen, and thankful that it happened to my director and my DP as well, just because they did so much. So it just felt really surreal and awesome.
Nice. Ethan, you won Best Drama. How are you feeling?
I'm really grateful. I'm really, really grateful. It was a lot of fun getting to bring people I trust and know are super, super talented together, and just let them do their thing and just kind of facilitate that creativity and just that workflow, and it was really awesome. So
yeah, same thing. I bet you had a lot of emotions. You kind of had a chance, maybe a little chance to settle down. How did you feel walking up to the stage knowing you won?
It was a lot of late nights and a lot of like sending mail and going to people's houses for locations, and yeah, it just feels worth it. And I'm super, super happy, super proud of Corey. Everyone killed it.
Nice, that's great. What are future plans looking like for you guys?
I want to keep doing documentaries. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, keep using a camera.
Camera, definitely. Lighting, awesome. Just working on editing too, so just staying in this industry.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. It was a pleasure to talk to you. One of the awards presented today was the 2025 Blake and Shannon Bailey Award. Let's take a closer look at what makes that award so special.
We are looking for films that represent Asbury's culture and Asbury's faith values. We are looking for films that have strong themes, that have something to say.
A story is only a story if you have something to say. This is the basis for scripts submitted for a Screenplay Award at Asbury University.
The Bailey Award is a production award given to a screenwriter to help encourage the writing of screenplays. So Blake and Shannon Bailey gave the money for the award. It's ongoing, so it will be a forever award. Every year we'll be giving this grant to the best short screenplay. And the idea behind the award is that we'll then fund the production of that screenplay when it's turned into a movie the following year.
Each year, a chosen screenplay is awarded a grant sponsored by the Bailey family to transform a script into a film. Last year's winner was Sabina Boyer.
Blake and Shannon Bailey have just given us an amazing opportunity with this grant. I was fortunate enough to meet them at Highbridge last year, and they really believe in students. They really want the best for students, and they're committed to actually giving us those opportunities that we don't get very many other places. It's not very often that the screenwriting side of things can be highlighted, and as the program is growing, it's been such an amazing opportunity to have a chance for a screenwriter to really be the one to start a process rather than having a director coming looking for a script or a producer coming looking for a script. This is a chance for the screenwriters of Asbury to have a story that they believe in and actually have the wherewithal to start the creative process on it.
The Bailey Award offers students, both screenwriting majors and those that are not, a way to tell a story through a film created to share a message that reaches beyond.
We are here live in the studio with this year's recipients of the 2025 Bailey Award, Corey Alford and Sabina Boyer. Sabina, it's the second time that you've won this award, and you also won the Asbury Screenwriting Competition Award. How are you feeling?
I am feeling insane. I think I barely stopped shaking right before coming over here, and I can't stop smiling, so it's great.
That's great. And Corey, this is your year. Your film, How Did We Get Here, won Best Comedy, you just won Best Director, and the Bailey Award. That is so amazing. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very excited.
Yeah.
It was not really expected, but it's just one of those joys in life that you get to experience.
Yeah. So obviously for both of you guys, it's been a big night. Lots of emotions. You might have had a chance to settle down a little bit since you've been on stage. But how did you feel when you went up on stage knowing that you won?
Go for it. I think my heart was pounding a little bit because it was like a new experience and obviously one very exciting, and it was something special that I got to share with Sabina.
Yeah. I think the same. It's been such a great experience just being able to do this in a collaboration, and I love working with this girl. She's amazing. She deserved every award that she got tonight, and I'm just so excited to continue working together in this new script.
That's great. So what does the future look like for you guys now that your script Connected won the 2025 Blake and Shannon Bailey Award?
Yeah, so pre-production has already started, and we're going to continue that through the summer, and start filming in the fall. Yeah.
Thanks for I'm super excited for you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure talking to you guys.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will go to a commercial break and we will be right back with you.
Come with me if you want to work. Who are you? I'm you from 2023. I'm still working in 20. Not the point. With this device, people can send you endless messages instantly. So I can work from anywhere? You're going to work from everywhere. Anyone can schedule you for meetings, and your schedule. I'm good. But the gifts and the emojis and the 2-hour video calls. Am I still with Darren? Ew, we dumped him in the 90s.
We're almost wrapping up our live coverage of the 2025 Highbridge Film Festival. But before we close out and say see you next year, we want to give you a behind-the-scenes look at the hard work that makes this show a show like this possible. From the crew's dedication to the many moving parts, pulling off a production of this scale is an impressive achievement. Let's take a closer look at the efforts that bring everything to life.
Highbridge is more than just a film festival. It's a celebration of creativity, storytelling, and community. Unlike other live events or news, for example, Highbridge is different. We're not just covering what is happening in Hughes, but we try to create an experience that mirrors the elegancy and excitement of a film premiere. This production has a lot of moving pieces. We started with a detailed production timeline and made sure we had everything we needed in place on time. From graphics and the broadcast plan to assembling the crew, communication was a key. We held weekly meetings leading up to the event, and as we got closer, those turned into almost daily check-ins. I wanted to make sure everyone felt confident in their role before we went live.
I'm the technical director, so I'm in charge of actually pushing the buttons to make the show happen. So most of my work is day of. I usually take the commands from the director, but a lot of my work also happens in pre-productions, whether it's talking with the director and meeting with the director on the plans for the night of what cameras we're going to take, how we want things to look, how we want things on the monitors to look so it's easier for us to do it, or how things are aligned on the board over here, so that when I'm in the night, during the night, it makes things easier for me to do and I don't have to be stressing night of, and I come in more prepared.
While planning is fantastic and you want a great plan, you always got to be ready for the unexpected. So just kind of preparing yourself for, running some situations in your mind, like if this happens, what's a good way to recover from it? Or just trying to make all those things invisible to the audience. And even the things that maybe you don't come through, it's just, keeping it cool, because you never know what's going to happen, and just staying cool, and still delivering a good experience to everyone at home, even if what's happening in the room may not be exactly what you were expecting to happen.
A lot of what we're doing is making content for the dead space and also our pre-show and post-show. So that's been our main focus, as well as just the organization of the event. That has been another large focus. I'm very thankful to have both Savasti and Kyle, who have taken the course before, to help guide us through this. And Lily's also had experience in helping out with Highbridge. So I think coming into it, we feel very strong.
Well, how to balance creativity and logistics. That's probably the most challenging and rewarding part. You want the show to look beautiful, but all that has to fit within a very tight structure.
So you have to be able to have like constant communication with your team, and you all have to be on the same page to really understand like what your end goal should be. And it also like just shows you how to work in a team to make this actually happen.
Well, as the producer, you need to make sure that everything runs smoothly, and there's so many elements, and you need to make sure you're prepared for anything that might happen. So preparation and flexibility.
I feel like we kind of all came together and all had, our ideas on what would make this a good show, and kind of put the best of all of our ideas together into one thing. So I think that's what's really cool about being a part of a production on a team, is that it's not just one person's vision that goes into it. We kind of get to share it and get feedback with each other and figure out what's going to serve the show the best.
I think what makes producing Highbridge unique from producing other film festivals is that we have a staff and faculty around us that are so willing to help us with whatever we need.
We want the audience to feel inspired, connected, and proud of what students can achieve with all the films in Hughes, but also the team that coordinates the festival, and from our end, the webcast.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed this year's Highbridge Film Festival. We've witnessed some incredible films, and the night has been filled with excitement, emotion, and a sense of anticipation as we celebrated the talent of these remarkable filmmakers. From the films to the awards, it's truly been a night to remember. We would like to extend a huge thank you to everyone who made this event possible, including our dedicated engineering team and the special events class, who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure that everything went off without a hitch. A special thanks to the filmmakers, the judges, and all of our volunteers who contributed their time and talent to make this night a success. Without you, this festival would not have been the extraordinary celebration of creativity that it was. And finally, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we can't wait to see you again next year for more creative storytelling and inspiration. Until then, have a wonderful night, and we'll see you soon.